Hey everybody, how's it going? Josh here, and today we're going to talk about this Captain Marvel Carol Danvers time travel theory that's come out recently, ever since Samuel L. Jackson did an interview where he talks about Captain Marvel being one of the few characters that he says, and I quote, that can time travel. And this is obviously a huge departure from what a lot of people expected in the Captain Marvel movie, primarily because she's never had the ability to explicitly time travel independently of her own will. There hasn't been any type of Carol Danvers in the past that could do this, whether it be a different universe version or just, she has a different power set during some of her publication history. So never during that history, whether she was binary or whether she was Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, whatever, there's never been a moment where she could time travel. So definitely that's something that probably was going to be a twist that Marvel was going to introduce, and I'm assuming Samuel L. Jackson kind of just let a little too much slip out. But it is really interesting to mention because we have all but had confirmed that Carol Danvers will get her powers through some sort of interaction of quantum energy from the quantum realm. And when I say quantum energy, I don't really mean strictly real-life scientific definitions for quantum energy. I'm talking the MCU version, which is the same type of energy that gave Ghost her powers in Ant-Man vs. the Wasp, or Ant-Man and the Wasp, sorry. The same type of energy that Ant-Man uses for the Pym particles, presumably, to go shrink or go grow, and all that stuff. So definitely there's a very looseness with the quantum realm and those kind of abilities as they relate to the quantum realm. And also the quantum realm has time vortexes. So there's definitely a foundation here to build between time travel, whether it be time vortexes or otherwise, and energy or anything pertaining to the quantum realm. So I also find this really interesting as a theory and also as a confirmation of sorts from Samuel L. Jackson about Carol Danvers having an extra power that she didn't have before, because we've been a bit teased here and there in the teasers and the trailers with a time travel element of some sort, because Carol Danvers, we see her as a kid, we see her during her time as a soldier, and then we see her in the more modern day when she's Captain Marvel. So I find it interesting we're getting those kind of three different time period versions of Carol without a time travel element. So this definitely kind of helps with that. And at the same time, originally in the comics, back when she was still Miss Marvel, Carol had precognitive abilities, kind of similar to a spider sense, but instead of it being more of a spider sense, where it's more of a subconscious kind of he's reacting to whatever the spider sense is warning him about, Carol kind of more so saw the actual attacks happening before they actually took place, which is why they're a lot more precognitive than the spider senses, which is more so just like a warning sense, at least for Peter Parker. Different spider people have different degrees of spider sense, but I find it interesting maybe they took some inspiration from that to give her more time manipulation, time travel based abilities, because definitely precognitive abilities would relate in some way on a spectrum of some sort of time travel, time wobbly blobbly, whatever you want to call it, type abilities. Now, this also kind of opens the door for a lot of different things because, like I said before, we've already built a foundation with the quantum realm from the Ant-Man films, and a big thing in the Ant-Man movies was Hank Pym trying to find his wife stuck in the quantum realm. And there's a big theory now that Nick Fury's pager wasn't necessarily a traditional homing beacon, but was maybe something made from Pym tech, and possibly even made from Hank Pym in the process of when he was trying to locate and find his wife, because he did use a big machine to basically pinpoint theoretically where his wife would be in the quantum realm. And if he has tech like that, then maybe he has tech that simply kind of emits a beacon of sorts for beings that are either immersed in energy from the quantum realm or stuck in the quantum realm itself. And at the same time, this also opens a theory that maybe when she goes binary, she emits or absorbs so much quantum realm related energy that she kind of fizzes out of existence as we know it and gets transported into the quantum realm. And that also makes it very possible that Ant-Man in the quantum realm, or the other heroes, if they go into the quantum realm, trying to use a time vortex to go back in time, which is a huge theory right now for Avengers Endgame, it's very possible we'll see Captain Marvel introduced in the MCU to the group of Avengers that we'll see through them traveling in the quantum realm. And I know I kind of phrased that weird, so basically what I'm saying is it's very possible Ant-Man and co will meet Captain Marvel in the quantum realm if something like that were to happen, where she fizzes into the quantum realm from absorbing or using too much quantum energy once she goes binary. Now, another thing that's really interesting to me, and it's kind of, I feel like, worth noting, is Captain Marvel, but the Genis-Vell version, which is the son of the original Captain Marvel from the Marvel Comics 616 universe. He could actually travel through time when he was in a powered up form. Even though this wasn't a binary form, this was more so him kind of consuming energy from the negabands. But I still think it's worth noting that that was a thing at one point for one of the various Captain Marvels in the Marvel Comics history, just because it's possible that is serving as an inspiration for Carol, besides the precognitive abilities, to have time travel related abilities, or at least to have some sort of time travel element incorporated into her character in this movie, because kind of what we said in the beginning of this video, she has never actually had independently in her own power set, even as binary, the ability to travel through time. So this would be really interesting, and it'd be really cool to see if she could willingly control this, maybe as time goes on. If she goes binary, she can kind of maybe send another character back in time, or she can send herself back in time. It'd be really cool. I doubt they'll actually do this, but wouldn't it be really interesting if we got Captain America sent back in time at the end of Avengers Endgame to kind of go back to his pseudo-original time period, and also at the same time, maybe Tony gets a chance to reconcile with his actual dad in person instead of it being a hologram made from the Barf technology. I doubt we'll actually see those things, but if they do give Captain Marvel time travel abilities, it kind of opens the door for anything along the lines of this, I guess you could say. So comment below your guys' thoughts, what do you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys later.